a mix of cloud, rain, sunny spells and thundery showers. Driest for Northern Ireland on the eastern side of England. A high of 23 in York tonight. Rain and showers clearing for most places, but more thunderstorms across southern England. And now you're up to date. And there is Doja Cat. Justine's going to do the news next. And then we're back with the non-stop oldies chosen by Catherine James Crow in Banchory, Kincardingshire.
BBC News at 3 o'clock. This is Justine Green. Liz Truss has made her first appearance at Prime Minister's Questions, promising to outline a package of support tomorrow to help homes and businesses with surging energy costs. It's understood the scheme will involve the government borrowing about £100 billion to freeze the domestic energy price cap. Ms Truss also rejected Labour's calls for the plan to be funded by a windfall tax on oil and gas companies. Ian Blackford, the SNP leader at Westminster, said the government's approach was wrong.
The Prime Minister's plan appeared to be a decade-long raid on the bank accounts of ordinary taxpayers. These costs must not be passed on to consumers and businesses by deferring bills. Government must announce an enhanced windfall profits tax, making sure that those oil and gas producers pay their fair share from excess profits.
Legislation which was aimed at replacing the Human Rights Act will be reviewed by the new government. The Bill of Rights was an attempt to make the Supreme Court in London the ultimate decision-maker on human rights issues rather than the European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg. 4 men arrested in connection with the murder of 9-year-old Olivia Pratt-Corbell in Liverpool have been bailed by Merseyside police. The attack took place in the Dovecote area of the city last month. Our correspondent at Merseyside Police Headquarters, Nick Garnett, is following developments.
The first of the 4 men was taken into custody in the early hours of Sunday morning. He was being questioned on suspicion of murder. Shortly afterwards, a man was arrested in the Runcorn area and was held on suspicion of assisting an offender. And then 2 other people were arrested. One of them on the M42 motorway near a place called Leamington Spa, more than 100 miles or 160 kilometres away. Police were given more time to question them all. Detectives say all 4 have been released on conditional bail.
A judge at Manchester Crown Court has decided that the former footballer Ryan Giggs should face a retrial for allegedly assaulting his ex-girlfriend. The jury in his first trial was discharged after it was unable to reach a verdict. Ryan Giggs denies all the charges. Ministers are considering withdrawing Avanti's contract to run rail services on the West Coast Main Line. The operator was forced to temporarily cut services last month because of what it called staffing issues. Thomas Tuchel has been sacked as the manager of Chelsea Football Club after just 7 games of the season. The club's owner, Todd Boehly, said the time was right to make what he called a transition, insisting work was underway to find a replacement. Our football reporter Alistair McGowan says another Premier League manager may be in the frame.
There's been suggestions of Brighton's Graham Potter being one of the front runners. He's someone who I think the ownership at Chelsea would feel he's a more collaborative manager than Thomas Tuchel, someone that can work with the sporting director and the ownership, who like to be quite hands-on and have shown that with Todd Boehly appointing himself as an interim sporting director too.
And that's the BBC News. It's 3 minutes past 3.
Thanks, Justine.